It's time once again to go racing.
It does not get any better than this.
The pressure is really on now.
Yes, it's pole position. Lights out and we're racing in PSGL.
The first lap has been absolute chaos.
What an overtake. Oh no!
I've never seen anything like it.
Side by side again.
This will be settled right at the end.
Good to go.
Hello, everybody. We are back in business after a couple of races away. I've got alongside me a brand new co-commentator, and I am very, very excited. Please welcome to the commentary box, Richie. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello,
you doing well?
I'm good, yeah. Are you? Are you good?
I am buzzing and can't wait to get started over in the box. Now, Zandvoort coming up as well, a short track, very exciting as well for esport racing, maybe a bit more exciting on the esport side than in real life as well. How much are you looking forward to Zandvoort here tonight?
Really excited. It's a track I've raced quite a lot in the past, and it's, you know, racing is immense, especially in the first sector, side by side. Can't wait.
Now, I've already been told as well by Jess as well that it's going to be like a bit of a Murray Martin relationship, this, and I'm very much looking forward to all this, and I'm very much looking forward to our first qualifying session that's coming up shortly as well. But we've got to take a look at how the calendar looks as well. We have missed a couple of races, which means it is slightly different to what we left you in Saudi Arabia. This is now round 9 of the season, and we come in here as well at the Netherlands. Next week, we are in Brazil. That's going to be very entertaining at the Interlagos circuit. Mexico as well, high altitude as well. It does affect the cars, even on PSGL here as well. America as well would be on the first weekend of May, but we've got that tight and twisty Singapore circuit that is going to be exactly an hour long. That's going to be a very exhausting race for the drivers. Italy, not at Monza, but at Imola. That's going to be very exciting. And then on to Bahrain as well for the season to close in the mid of May. And if we take a look now at the drivers' standings, this is where everything has changed in the past couple of races. And this is where we need to pay attention. Because, unfortunately, Napa Davinsky has left the team. And he, after winning 2 races, and very much so leading the championship, he's left, which means he's dropped down to 3rd. Bogdan Moldovan now takes the lead. He's got 5 points clear to Dozvan as well in the Williams. Them two have been trading places non-stop throughout the past couple. But of course, Dozvan missed the Saudi Arabia race where they did not start, but he climbed back with 2nd at Belgium 2 weeks ago as well. ETA Danny as well. He's 10 points back, 19 in the standings to the lead driver, trying to close up, but it seems like we're going to have a 2-way fight to the end of the season.
It does.
We take go on after you.
I was going to say, the battles look like going to be very immense. The point difference between every driver is so close. There's going to be a few switches in standings, I believe. One win could make a whole difference.
And it's extremely exciting as well. As we've said, we've previewed Zandvoort so much. Let's take a look at the circuit now as well. It's a 2.676 mile, 4.307 kilometer circuit. Normally, Formula One race 71 laps. We are going to race half that distance. Winners here include Hunt, Lauda, and Andretti, Jones, Piquet, Prost, Peroni, Arnoux, and of course, most recently, Max Verstappen as well. And who's going to make it down to Tarzan Corner? We're about to find out as qualifying is about to happen as well. And I'm getting excited. You're getting excited for all this. And it's a pleasure to be back once again here in the Netherlands. So hold down your drinks and get ready to go. Richie, coming into this one as well, what are you going to predict? It's an 18-minute qualifying session. What's the strategy going to be at play for the drivers?
Don't have a clue, to be honest. I think a lot of drivers will take the medium tyres as the degradation isn't too bad around this track. We've already had 2 people retire from the session. Not sure if they had quali bans or not. Yep.
Really hope they haven't had quality bans at the moment. That's FaZe and Peso who have been eliminated. As the top, this is Bushy Ants coming round the back half of the track. He's just starting a lap as we take a look at the championship leader of Bogdan Moldovan, who I'm delighted to see in the time has actually changed his name. Do you remember when I was telling you when we were on the phone to each other that Bogdan Moldovan's name was different? It's not now.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, yeah, it's changed to what it should be. Yeah, but let's see what times he sets in Sector 2. Looks like he didn't get a purple in Sector 1, unless that's just disappeared. I'm not too sure. Yeah,
Can't
lap
quite see
times are in
them,
here. Oh, Tripkov with a 1:10.5. That is quite a solid lap, really. Yeah.
Very solid time to begin with on the board.
It is.
As a few other drivers starting to take off their outlaps as well. As Bogdan Moldovan now nicely through, he's nicely through that part of the chicane as well at turn 11 and 12. Third gear, 95 miles an hour before coming back onto the banking. Sixth gear, 220 kilometers an hour as he comes to the line. Bit of traffic in the way there. Just makes it to the line okay.
Oh, that's a really good lap there. 1:10.2. And we also have Danny putting it with a 1:10.3, 1/10 off, and then Jack Clark and Kexi, or however you say that, with a 1:10.6. Seems everyone's very close.
Yeah, they're all taking 2/10 out as well. Duzvan goes top as well on a 1:10.015, so he's in the same 10th bracket as Bushy Ants is going to P2. This is Baggerov. Out of the circuit, yeah, so we always giggle.
That name still gets me every time. Oh, purple Sector 1, but looks fit as well.
24.629. That's a good one. He's on the soft tyres as well, which is nice to see. No one taking the risk out there on mediums, as far as I can tell.
That could be the onboard camera. It's coming through Sector 2. Very nice. Taking a lot of speed through these corners, which is always key in this track. You know, any bit of speed you lose, and it really can ruin your lap by a few tenths, which is definitely not good considering everyone is so close together today already.
Massive twitch as well at the exit of that turn 9, turn 10 hairpin. Just got a little bit on the grass as they swing back through. Big twitch again onto the banking.
He's got a very low downforce on the rear wing, and where will he put it? Will he put it on pole? No, he doesn't put it P8. That's really not good for him at all.
Still really good, though, to see that the top 9 is still setting the 1.10s as well. Yeah, 9 tenths between them.
Oh, the AM set a 1:10.5 in the Haas. That's a really nice time to see. It's CIS on the lap is Ravon. Let's have a look how he does today.
It's really bizarre seeing the F1 2021 cars as well. Of course, we had some time away on the PCF4 here. So I've been commentating on the F1 2022, only 2 races. Got used to the cars looking all space age, and I've gone back in time almost. It's weird, but nice to see them. And nice to hear them as well onto the banking. They're still sliding though at the back.
They are.
We saw, Raven was losing grip across the line.
That's good for the Alfa Romeos, P4, P5. Just a little advanced 21. Sorry if we don't pronounce any names correctly. I'm not very good in names at the moment, but a couple of races time I should get them all correct. Yeah. FedEx to the P3.
You've already got a compliment as well from JR saying as well, what is this guy's voice with a big smile as well. So you've got your welcome addition to the commentary box as well with the soothing tones. See, this is FedEx now. This sounds like he's on a slow lap now because he's high shifting. Yeah, he's high shifting. Oh, he had a gearbox issue.
Oh no! Into the pits goes Dovzan. Let's have a look at like Jack Clark, 4 tenths up in the first sector. That is a very good time. He's a 1:10.5, but I think he's already completed his lap. Zoltan is on his lap. I think he's going for a hot lap this lap.
So Zoltan Zanardi across the line. Yeah, this is he's going to box. Yep.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for a hot lap.
I thought so too.
Jack Clark is on a hot lap. Tripkov looks like he's on a quick lap here, possibly. I think he is.
The rear.
Definitely. Everyone's really running a lot lower downforce on the rear wings because everyone's twitching. So
it's really bizarre seeing all these, isn't it?
It is, especially with the new cars. These cars look so much different.
Nicely down now through turn 8. Back on the accelerator. Don't let the rear slide too much. Corrects it into 9, into turn 10. Hairpin. looking planted through there as well. He was short shifted the gearbox, DRS open as well as he heads down towards turn 11 and 12. Down now, second gear, 85 kilometers now. Rise up just 10 kilometers more, but it's enough to shift into third gear before accelerating hard. Fifth gear, 140 kilometers in turn 13. Now up to sixth gear, 220 kilometers on the banking. The exit speed, you're in eighth gear, 310 kilometers. You approach the line. Trubkov does jump up to P2.
That was an amazing lap. You know, the 1 to 3 already in 8 minutes of qualifying. They're 800ths of a second apart.
That is fantastic.
It is.
More comments. I can't bring Bebo is what I'm going to shorten that to. Richie's voice is just perfect as well. Jude F1, I know Richie's goat. This is fantastic as well. I couldn't imagine a better introduction for you there, my friend.
That's great.
Coming in as well. And of course, you're commentating on WR as well, aren't you? I've just been told.
Well, I was, but I've had to take a break from there for a few weeks.
Well, it's their loss for a few weeks is our advantage.
It is indeed. Let's have a look
Can't
who else
wait
on
as
the
well.
lap. AMS. He's put his lap in a 1:10.2. It's very close here already. The top 7, 3/10 apart. That is
absolutely loving this.
It's amazing. Everyone apart from one driver is in the 1:10.7 or above.
I just want to punch the air.
Bebix, is he on a lap? Let's see. I think he might be.
Yeah, I think he is. First sector's looking quite quick. He was shortcutting turn 3 as well through that banking part.
Very close to invalidating it there. Let's see. Did he put it purple? Oh, he puts part of it purple. Purple sector for the first, and then a bit slower through the last part of sector 1, but still a very quick time. I didn't see anything
also weird seeing the ground. Yeah, it's weird seeing the yellow flags out there as well as all the cars back off from each other as they come back through. Nice acceleration, and the AM is retired. So I think that was done in the pit lane, not on the track.
No
Saying
purple.
that though, there's a yellow at turn 3. We're looking like a yellow, a white Haas. So
is it a Haas?
yeah,
Oh, they're out.
Yes.
Out the session.
Yeah. So they've crashed at the top of the hill. So the AM's day goes from bad to worse. And FedEx is reporting a game crash at the moment as well. It's very unfortunate.
Bebix into the pits.
And, yeah.
Let's see Jack Clark, is he on the lap? Because he's a quick driver. He's I think the only driver in here that I actually know. So I'm really expecting to see quite good pace from him.
Apparently as well, you were correct as well that Pessa did have a qualifying ban for the previous race, so already correcting me there. You're right as it came through as well. And FedEx rejoined after that game crash as well with 7:37 left on the board. That's great timings. But it's a fantastic front row at the moment, isn't it? We've got Tripkov and Duzvan as well. That's just tantalising for the first corner at Tarzan.
Everyone's so close together, especially, top 5, 1/10. It's the pace wise. It's going to be a very interesting race because everyone is so close together. And Bushy Ants with the 199 put it on provisional pole, and oh no, Danny with the 199 again. That is amazing. Will Jack Clark out? No, he won't out. Nope, that is not going to be an improvement at all. Let's see.
He's lost a lot of time.
Is he on a lap?
Yeah,
I think he might be.
Yeah, his last lap was slow, so this is the push.
But he's 1/10 up. That proved to P6.
Yeah. I do the calculation on my hand as well. A 10th would only put him up into the top 3 positions at the moment. It's not good enough. As we're going to yellow at the first sector. Now in sector 2, I think it's the Haas once again, which means the only Haas left.
Oh, Raven with the 198 puts it on pole. That's nearly a 10th quicker than Danny in the Alpine.
Ferrari getting off to the side there as well. That was Jack Clark as it comes through. Moldovan's looking quite quick as come through turn 11 and 12. Little kick of oversteer as well. Nice to see them pushing these cars. They don't hang around in F4, which is brilliant to see. These guys want to move up the ranks of PSGL to F3, to F2, and then the top tier in F1 as well to race against the likes of Jana Watmir. Cross the line, Moldovan only goes 6th.
It's an improvement, to say the least, but it's not the improvement he wants. He's a championship leader. He does not want to be starting 6th at all. He wants to be at least in that top 3. Preferably on the front row, but his teammate put it on pole by a 10th. That is a good time. That could give him pole position, which is good for the Alphas in the Constructors' Championship.
It's nice to say that the grid is so close together, and it's a reminder that this race is sponsored by our new sponsor, Grid Rival. It's a brand new Formula One Fantasy League game that has unmatched research tools, simple team management with a new contract system, detailed performance data, and loads of engaging social features. And don't forget to head over and join our PSGL League on Grid Rival by using the affiliated link in the descriptions down below. Spinner for Jane Tripkov.
Let's say, yeah, just as you was reading at the Grid Rival sponsor, he already spun once. On next, is it turn 8? Something like that. And, well, he spun it again there. He must have had very hot tyres, so that's not very good at all.
You take your eye off for 1 second as you come through. Multiman's going through.
FedEx is 600ths up in his first set, which would put him to P6.
So
if
this
he
is
can keep that pace.
Now.
It is
There's only
very
less
tense.
than 5 minutes to go. Yeah, less than 5 minutes to go as well. So everyone's got to get out there back on the qualifying. I'd love to see what tyres they're on at the moment, if you can make that happen, Richie.
Yes, I can.
I wonder if anyone's risked it for mediums. Yes, look, Zoltan Tanadi, I knew it. He knew he was going to risk it for the mediums as well.
Yes.
As Peso is not happy at the moment as well, actually.
FedEx, will he put it on pole? No, he keeps... Oh, he's 15 thousandths down on his time. He's bugger off on a lap. No, he's not. That name will still get me. Everyone's in the pits. Is FedEx is not on a lap. Is
no, he's down on time.
No, no one's on a lap currently. Right, we'll see someone on an out lap. We'll see Zoltan. See how he does on the medium tyres. The first one to run the medium tyres actually in this session.
He's desperately trying to get heat in them as well, down to turn 10. Look at that. He's sliding that Ferrari around beautifully as well. It's almost, he's sliding that Ferrari around like Sebastian Vettel would, is a way to put it.
Definitely.
And, he caught it mid-corner as well. I don't think that was part of the plan.
Definitely something you don't want to have. It can always, it can cause lockups and everything. And then the tyres can get overheated. But let's see, if he goes on a hot lap, we'll watch this whole lap and see what pace our mediums have got. Possibly around the 1:10.9s or the 1:11s would be in a perfect position. I don't think he'll get too much higher in terms of positions, but then again, everyone on the tops will most likely pit before him. So he has got a good advantage if he can get the mediums in the right temperature and on the right degradation, because yet again, sometimes the medium tyres, for me personally, run better sometimes with more wear than less.
Yeah, we're seeing that, especially here at Zandvoort as well, which is, quite frankly, it's a very fast circuit, but it's not as fast of a track as we see in places like Monza or Spa. You're not at higher average speeds. It's only like, what, 150 miles an hour?
Correct.
Because you're always constantly slowing and breaking down as well, as we see sliding for Zanardi.
Yeah. And again, look, I was going to say, the medium and the hard tyres on this track both aren't very good at getting the heat into them. And the soft tyres, for me, are the only tyres I really feel safe driving around on this track. So I really can see you will struggle.
Yeah. Would anyone risk the hards in the race later on? Would anyone risk the hard tyres?
It's a possible risk, but I don't think it's a risk that will pay off, personally.
Here's Zanardi to the line.
I said a 1:10 would be good. That's not too bad. Let's see here as Dovzan, if I've said that correctly, is on a lap here in the Williams.
Just trying to hold him back as well. Nice examination at the exit, turn 3 as well, onto the sand dune section as well. Interesting thing about this sand dune section as well is they literally are built on sand dunes. No joke, the track isn't made like that artificially. They literally just slammed down the tarmac on actual sand dunes back in the late 1930s, not 1940s, 1950s.
Did not know that at all. Well, we are in the Netherlands, the country which is literally just flat, and they just seem to land on top. I think it is one of the most countries in the world that is literally just a flat land, and they just add land on top and use a lot of reclaimed land. Don't know which part of Netherlands Zandvoort is in, but
it's about half an hour away from Amsterdam.
Oh, so not too far. Let's see.
This
is going to be a very quick lap here from Dovzan, and he puts it pole with a 1:96. That.
He's literally busy with that. He's coming to a stop. He doesn't want to waste the tyres. He knows that qualifying wheel's still there.
Just a quick thing.
This game,
you got a bit of lag on the mic. Bit of lag on the mic.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll adjust this.
Yeah, but that is amazing. That is a 110, a 196. 2 tenths up on Ravon, and 3 tenths up on the person in third. So people really need to get those tyres warmed up and get some good laps in because we've got 30 seconds after qualifying. So if you want to get your times in, you need to get them in now.
And they've removed that lag as well that we saw right at the beginning of F1 2021 in its game cycle, where the clock would run out, but we would still have another 2 minutes left of qualifying.
Correct.
Now, as soon as the lights go on, the time is down to 0, that's it. You'll only have 2 minutes if you're on lap to finish it. Anybody else, that's it. So we're seeing now the end of qualifying, and we're seeing Tripkov really pushing. I don't think they're going to make the flag cross the line. Checkered flag, I think, is coming out now. Yes.
He's up,
Stays
but not up
alive.
enough. Look at that. So Bebix and Zoltan are both finished under Moldovan. P6, not good at all. Revan P2, Bugger off has retired. But yeah, let's see.
Danny's in the pits. Did you say yeah?
Dove's on a lap. I don't think anyone's on a lap. Bushy Ant, I think he's on a lap.
Yeah, I think.
See?
Yeah, have they got through
No,
the
he's
line
not.
before
He's
the
2
flag?
seconds off. He's trip cover on a lap. Let's see.
Yes.
No, he's not. They're 2 seconds down here. I think.
So that's it.
No one's on a lap. I think
That's a
that
surprise.
Dovzan is our pole sitter for today. In the
Everyone else
Williams,
retiring.
sorry.
Yeah, I think you are correct.
I think no one else has settled up. I think it's a bit like is it 2020 Monza when no one got to the line in time? It was all there and no one got there in time. But yeah, I think everyone's has been out. Tripkov, no one's on a lap. No one's made it to the line in time. That is something odd to see.
I'm getting flashbacks to Portugal, like when everyone retired with like 5 minutes to go of qualifying because it was started raining as well. It's just that's it, end of.
Yeah.
So it's Tuzvan who takes pole position. Raven takes second. Tripkov is 5 seconds off, and now has just completed an extra lap time. But that's it. ATF Kevin in the pits. There we go. That's it. Qualifying's done. 16 cars. 2 with qualifying plan, remember. So they'll take up P17 and 18 on the grid, obviously. But yeah, Duzman on pole position. He's really going after this title, isn't he? He's only 5 points behind Bogdan Moldovan. And he lost out effectively on a race. Well, he lost out in 2 races this year, actually. He didn't start in Hungary, and he didn't start in Jeddah. Coincidentally, the 2 races we didn't broadcast this year, he didn't start. So how's about that then on the board?
Yeah.
And yep, just a reminder to join our new grid ranking as well. It's our brand new sponsor that we're very happy to have on as well. Grid Rival, a new Formula One fantasy game that has unmatched research tools, simple team management with a new contract system as well. It's got detailed performance data and loads of engaging social features as well. So we're only a couple of races in, still time to catch up. Make sure to head over and join our PSGL League on Grid Rival by using the affiliated link in the descriptions below. Trust me, it's a lot of fun to play as well with everybody behind as well.
Also notice my camera is a bit behind, so yeah, I'll get that sort for next time. Actually, it's quite far behind, but it'll be all right.
No worries whatsoever. I was looking down as well. If you're wondering why my head was there, because that's where I've got the sponsorship written down as well. That I want to get out because it is absolutely fantastic, the Grid Rival as well. We were checking it out before the F1 season started, and it's top-notch quality as well. So then, qualifying completed, and Duzvan on pole position, Raven second. That was an exciting 18 minutes, Richie.
It was, I've seen many qualifiers in the past, and that was one I really enjoyed. It was so fun to watch. Dovzan on pole, and it was a 196, which is very quick, from what I know. Most people in the 10s. I think actually everyone was in the 10s, which is good. So everyone within a second. So I think the race is going to be very interesting with the DRS. Everyone says in the second it's just going to be a long DRS train, I think. But then sector 3, it's all windy, and then we have the DRS straight there. So there's going to be a few odd moves, I think, happening there. People slowing down, letting others through to get the DRS, like we saw with Max and Leclerc in Saudi Arabia last weekend.
Indeed, as well. Nobody wanted to lead into that last corner at turn 27 as well.
No one.
I wonder who's going to lead. Want to lead into turn 14 here. Cars are just setting off on their parade lap then as well. We'll take a second and we'll switch back over so that we can join the action. And it's
There we
nice to
go.
see Williams in front of the grid as well, which is brilliant to witness. So Duzvan on pole, Raven starts P2, ETA Danny is third, Bushian's fourth, Jan Tripkov fifth, Bogdan Moldovan sixth, FedEx is seventh on the grid as well. Watch out for him. He's a dark horse in these situations. BBix as well as Eddie down in P8. Andrew Fairley as well, one of the replacement drivers in the Astons as well, looking quite quick. Yes, looking very quick. Jack Clark, who you know, Richie, as well.
Yes, I do. I didn't actually know until last night that he was in this league. I saw him in here before, but I thought he was the replacement. But yeah, he's full-time here, which is nice to see. It's nice to see a familiar face.
Starting 11th on the grid as well, KTF Kevin. Something that we always love to see as well. And trust me, I would like to see him doing well out there.
Three drivers
you've
on
got
the
the
mediums.
tyres.
Yes, we've got three drivers on the mediums. Bugger off, Kevin and the AM. And excuse me if I laugh at Bugger off every time, because that name still makes me laugh. I don't know why. Such an
me
odd
too.
name. Everyone else starting on the softs. So, you know, those three drivers on the mediums do have a bit of an advantage when it comes to pit stops, as long as they can keep up with the pace. If they lose pace, they're going to struggle. But if they can keep within, 20 seconds, I think the pit lane and length is in this trap, they're going to be fine and they can get a good lead in. But every driver's come to the line now. Peso and P16, who did have a qualifying ban at the start of this race, is lining up in the Red Bull. So, yep, and we're going to get ready to start. I'll take the tyres off so we can see more of the drivers. And if you want to call the start, you can.
Thank you very much. Here we go then. Here goes the lights once again. We've been away too long. It's time to return for PCF4. Lights out. Race on. And sound for a good start from Duzvan. Raven has got the inside line. He'll come in to defend as well from Danny. It's Duzvan who leads it to turn one. Are they all going to make it through cleanly? There's a few bumping further back as well. Bagarov, Zoltan Tanadi as well on the AM. The ones on the medium tyres, again, struggling with traction off the line. Into turn three we go. Duzvan keeps the lead. Raven stays second. And now is the DRS train we were fearing.
Oh, and FedEx gets overtaken by Bebix here into P7. And Kevin having and FedEx is out the session.
Oh, so that's not great. It must be a disconnect as
Kevin
well.
has
His car's
made
ghosting.
2 positions here, possibly. He's having here with Andrew Fairley into the start of sector 2 here, and this is going to be a very interesting race. Jack Clark's lost a position to Kevin, and Fairley's got past FedEx now to P8, and Kevin has as well. So, you know, the two medium runners have made 2 positions already.
FedEx has rejoined at the worst possible moment as well, because he was mid-corner, and look how much he's already struggling as well. The car's still ghosting. He's got his teammate right behind him.
Now 2 drivers inside of each other as we go into last turn.
This is how PSGL drivers are made, ladies and gentlemen, as they come out the last couple of corners.
Peso has made 5 positions in 1 lap.
And look at this. Already, it's a slipstream battle.
Oh, FedEx on the inside here. Let's see, going to turn 1, and that very clean from both the drivers, and FedEx takes position with the soft tyres. But Peso is right behind.
Yeah. Peso is going to try and attack on the inside. Can't do it. Has to defend from Zoltan Sanadi in the Ferrari as well. The AM as well. And FaZe. KTF FaZe in the other McLaren. Right back to 16th place. I wonder if that's what caused that yellow on the opening lap. He's lost a lot of time there.
Don't know if he's got a bit of damage possibly. It looks like he's very slow through some of the corners, which isn't good. We'll have a look at the front here. And Danny is right on the back of Ravon here, going into the end of sector 2 to get onto the straight. DRS will be coming in next lap, so there'll be a big train. This could get Ravon into the lead in the Alfa Romeo and put Dodson in second.
And Danny had a big twitch down the straight as well. It did not help him at all. Yeah, big twitch, and that's what has lost him time. Raven's creating some sort of negative slipstream. It's pushing Danny out of it. He's fantastic.
Oh, they're predicted strategy here. Soft to hard, or soft to medium. It's strategy here, and we'll see. And Danny's...
Look at the slipstream! Raven has to defend!
That is like watching Red Bull versus Ferrari. That was insane. That was... The time gain there was at least 3/10, and he's right behind him here. Going on to the outside.
He's going to try the outside!
He nearly went for Fernando Alonso, but...
I can't find spinning it in qualifying. Back in Stanford, and that was a big mess as well. Or was it practice 3? It's one of the two, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
as they come down.
Carry on. No, you can carry
I
on.
was gonna say, yeah. I was going to say, Danny is really closing in as well. They're going to have the DRS for the first time this lap. You saw
They
the
are.
message saying it was activated, and we're coming to that zone. And I wonder if Duzvan's also going to feel a bit of the pressure. He needs to ace this part of the track, does so. Danny, though, is all over the back, and here comes DRS Party Train as they head down towards turn 11. And yeah, Raven's got the DRS to defend as well. This is the problem with DRS.
Yeah, as soon as the driver who's in second has a good position, but every driver behind that won't gain any time because they've all got the DRS. So it's about the exits on the turn. But we come onto the straights and Ravon is now got the DRS and he's going to gain quickly. Yes, he is gaining quickly. Will he make the move to turn 1? Danny goes on the outside. I think had a bit of a twitch. They're all just had a look. Bushy Ants with a 1:13.1 sets the fastest lap on the soft tyres.
And once again, we're seeing that these F1 cars race, well, the 2021 versions, race better at Zandvoort than what the actual race was. They were able to keep together, form the train, but then it's like pack racing in NASCAR and IndyCar. Gives us some fantastic battles. Danny's already come a cropper from this as well with the negative flow of throwing it itself around the track as well. You get caught up in all the dirty air, the wash in effect as well. And this is what we're seeing as Bushy Ants as well is sort of creating the little breakaway. Moldovan's dropped back. He's actually got one of the biggest gaps of 6/10, but the entire field separated by a second. Bar FaZe, who's had a disastrous start to this race, I think keeps making mistakes as we're into the next phase of the DRS and no one going for a move into the stadium sector.
No, but everyone's still close together. No one apart from Fass, who seems to have some kind of damage, or maybe he isn't in the session possibly, because he's very slow here. We'll see as Ravon gets a good exit onto the straight again. Will he have enough DRS to get that line and get past Dovzan? And seems Danny's going for a different line here. And
he's trying to get out of that negative air, isn't he? He's trying to, and it's working for him. He's defending from Trimkov just behind as well. Correct. And this is it. I'm worried we're going to have a pit stop dominated race where everyone who's in the pit lane is going to have the racing overtaking on the track.
Yes, definitely. Then again, Tripkov is right on the back of Danny here, but he just seems to not be able to get past him at all, which is really not good for him at all. Bogdan Moldovan, who is in 6th, who is our championship leader, needs to get back into the podium positions to keep that championship lead, as the person in 2nd, sorry I can't remember who, will probably end up overtaking him. Oh, it's Dovzan in 2nd.
Leading the race, and there's 5 points between them, so by my calculation, they would just by a point being different. You are right, by the way. Peso put in a screenshot in the Discord with KTF FaZe with a big X, meaning he's got no internet, so he has disconnected from the race. So you are spot on. That's why he's dropping 10 seconds back for the rest of the field. But this is amazing to see that 15 cars are all within a second of each other. They've all got DRS, and here comes the battle.
He goes on the outside. Oh, that was amazing to see there. But let's see as they go into turn 2, and they are wheel banging as they come up into the hill. And Ravon gives them position. That was
give me flashback to Dijon against Villeneuve as well. But yeah, Danny trying to go right around. That was giving me flashbacks to Villeneuve and Arnoux in 79 and Dijon as well. This is fantastic racing here in Zandvoort as Duzvan's going to hold the lead. But here comes, look, Raven, Danny all there as well. Tripkov's dropped back again. He's 3/10 now. He's having to defend from Bushy Ants. This is it. The top 3 are going to all react. It's going to be, if one spins, it's a chain reaction and it'll take out half the field.
Would not be surprised because they're so close behind. All it needs is one person just to put the throttle a bit too much on the exit, and and a couple of drivers could be taken out with that as well. But Bushyant seems to be staying right in the back of Tripkov, and Tripkov's dropped a couple of tenths here this lap from Danny. You could be saying because I'm not sure.
4 tenths between them, at the moment, that's the correct gap.
But no driver is out of the DRS as of yet. This is some phenomenal racing. This is to watch.
I love this. Fantastic.
Ravon's even closer. Will Ravon make the move? He's going to go up the inside?
Danny.
No.
Oh.
He's covered in the strategy of just stick behind and get the DRS. Because if he overtakes, then Dovzan gets the DRS in the next lap and gets overtaken again. So unless he's a bit of a strategy, he knows he can defend from Danny. So if he just stays behind Dovzan, comes near to pit stop strategy, and he gets past, and then he can fly away.
Peso has passed Bugger off, so he's up to 11th place now as well. He did that with the DRS on the start-finish straight. Must have done it towards turn number 1 because the timing screen's updated. But it's exactly as you said on the formation lap, Richie, as well, because They are all playing DRS chicken. That's it. That's all they're playing.
It is.
Fantastic.
A quick look here at
5
the positions changed here. Peso with 5 up, Kevin with 2 up, Fairley with 1, Bevix with 1, Tripkov with 1, and then Felix has lost 6. Apart from that, everyone's in very similar positions.
And Raven lost 5 tenths on that lap, so he must have made a big error, and
He
it
must have
caught
done.
Danny out too.
And AM will be out of the DRS. Let's see how much of an impact this will make. Unless it will
So
actually
finally,
no.
yeah.
Will he get the DRS? Not sure. I don't know where the detection zone is.
Detection zone is at the exit of turn 12, coming onto the banking. So
No, we
he
didn't get it.
has.
I
No,
don't
he's
think
lost
he
it.
did.
And now he's. Yeah, look at Zoltan Tanani. Look at the benefits DRS has. It's brought him right into
and
play.
On the exit, Zoltan did a very good exit then. Puts him to 5 tenths behind. This is perfect for Zoltan, who did start 14th. He's only lost 1 position, so it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Fairley here is right behind Bebix in sector 2. Well, going into sector 2. 3 tenths, and Bebix and I think Fairley needs to get past Bebix because Bebix is on the line of not getting DRS, and that is when it all goes downhill.
Yeah, because one group starts to split away. It's going to be so hard to catch them back up again. And we're getting close to the pit stops. Half these drivers started, well, all but 3 drivers started on the soft compound tyre. The ones who started on the medium, correct me if I'm wrong, they are currently 11th, 14th and 15th. My memory's good there.
9th,
7th.
12th and 14th, so not too far.
Okay, I was right about there.
It seems like the people on the SOT will be pitting lap 10. Have
Oh,
we had a spin?
yellow.
Yes, we have. We've had a spin from Jack Clark.
Jack Clark!
On the last, is it turn 14? I'm not too sure the name of the corners.
Yeah, it's on turn 14. It's just coming into
It looks
the
like
banking
he's
part.
either gone a bit too low and hit the grass, or he's gone too high and he's spun the gravel and the apex line.
It might not be as bad because he's going to come into the pit lane, not lose that much time because Moldovan's in and FedEx is in.
And FedEx is in. Where will this put Moldovan? 13th. So he hasn't lost a position to anyone, actually. I mean, obviously, in the pit lane he hasn't lost any positions, but he has gone from 6th to 13th. FedEx was 12th, I presume, and he's now 14th, and Zoltan has moved up 4 positions, and he's still 4 tenths behind AM, and AM's losing a lot of time here. Bugger off, who's still got DRS into sector 3.
So it's going to be a question now as of who's going to play the pit stop battle as the top 3, again, getting very racy. Danny in the Alpine is right up alongside the back of Raven in the Alfa Romeo onto the back straight. Can they have a go?
Let's see. It's not. We'll see if we're going to move made. Ravon was 3 tenths below Dovzan, but his name is 5 tenths on the start of that corner.
Raven's having to go defensive as well. In fact, look further behind because Bushy Ant is looking for a move on the inside. Yeah, it does the move.
He does, and Peso, fastest lap.
Can Fairley actually keep that move going? Yeah, Mimix can't get through. He tried the cut back on the inside. He's gone very late to turn 3.
And avoided contact barely.
Yeah. Wow,
that was
almost. That's a Donna Kebab moment, isn't it? At the back half of being,
it is.
On the back, yeah. My
And Andrew
goodness me.
Felly's now 1.3 seconds behind. That's not good for him because this gives Bebix a good position getting the DRS on the main straight. But
Yeah,
everyone
Felix
at the
lost
front
out there
is
big time.
so close behind. Bushy Ants is really close behind Tripkov, but just can't get past. The DRS train really isn't what's helping him today.
No one's making a move into turn 11. It's such a tight corner. No one can actually throw it up the inside. It's got to be turn 1, Tarzan. That's it. It's got to be down at the first corner. These guys make a move.
Well, let's say the only driver who I could think of would make a move into turn 11 would be Max Verstappen.
Yeah. Of course. That's a great call as well, actually.
It
Now down the start finish straight we come again. Look how close. It's overpowered.
It is. The DRS is so good, but then again, it can't get the move done. And Danny really avoids contact there. They might have made contact actually.
It did.
Did they make contact?
Yeah, Raven was so unstable. The rear wheel just caught the front wing of Danny as well, and that's given Danny the opportunity. Because look at this, Raven's dropped 8 tenths. They're all together down the sand dune section. Can Danny slip it up the inside line? No, he's dropped 2 tenths back.
Then again,
can't do that.
Dovzan might want to get the DRS, might want to get Raven at the DRS because then it gives Danny a good position to get up, and then that is Danny in the Alpine in 2nd position. You know what I mean? He's a very quick driver. I personally, obviously, I haven't seen many of the F4 races, so I don't know who really is quickest out of them all. But I
the
know
top
that.
4 here, yeah.
Yeah, but I do know Moldovan and Dovzan and Danny are very quick in this league, as I've seen a couple of past races.
Danny's still trying to find that outside line, isn't he?
He is.
And now,
He really is.
does Raven have the DRS? I don't think he
Not
does. I think he was
sure.
at the
Let's see.
detection point. I think he was a second out. We're about to see.
Let's see. Has he? He might do.
Oh, on the inside! That's Bushy Ants. They look, he's side by
Oh.
side, and he's made the move on the inside of Tripkov.
Oh, he has, and that. Oh, but Tripkov's coming back on the inside for him here. Going up
That's going to be
towards-
the
oh,
outside line.
5-second penalty
yeah.
for Andrew Fairley in the pit lane. Yep, and the move's done. Bushyance has got into P4. Sorry. Let's have a look here. The tyres changed. I don't expect anyone to stop onto the hards, but it's always possible. And Jack Clark stops onto the hards. AMS and Bebix have swapped onto the medium tyres. So it seems like it is soft medium or soft medium soft. I do believe that they won't survive that many laps on these medium tyres. That's 24 laps they got to stay at those. So I think it
There's
could
a
be
long way to
2
go.
pit stops. Jack Clark could do the 1 stop, but he's not going to be very quick when it comes to the end of the race.
Has he been forced onto that strategy then with that spin? He's had to go
Yeah,
into the hards.
he did pit at like lap 7, if I'm correct. But I want to see, will Dovzan try and pit? Or will the people behind him, Raven, try and get the undercut? The undercut does work on this track very well as well, as we've seen in previous races. So I think it was Hamilton who got the undercut done on Max Verstappen, but just not quite enough. So it's possible, definitely possible. And Danny goes into the pits. Let's see where he comes out. You see,
So he needs to get out ahead of Bogdan Moldovan. He pitted the first. Medium tyres go
very
on.
quick.
Moldovan's coming out of the last corner now. You can see on the driver tracker, just crossing the control line. He's going to get out ahead, so
This
the
is gonna be
undercut
close.
works.
Let's see, will he get it ahead? Let's see.
Oh, it's side
Ooh,
by side.
it
My
is.
goodness me.
And Bogdan gets the move. Well, gets it done, and Danny right behind. This is very close. So the undercut hasn't worked as he wants it to, but it's not done too bad at least.
He wanted at least a couple of seconds advantage because now Danny's on much fresher tyres and tyres that are hotter at the moment as well. Look how much he's not losing time to Moldovan. He's right there. Those tyres up to temperature, up to grip, and are going to go the distance as we see at the moment. Look at the gaps now. Look, Bushy
I
Ants,
just want to look
1.7
back at,
seconds.
yeah, I bet say he was 3/10, so it was just a bit of time. So I just want to watch Tripkov here. Will he get himself into P3 and Peso is P5? Where is it coming
what
from?
a run!
That is P16 to P5 in 13
the top
laps.
two
Oh, top 4.
Top 3 in.
Top 4 have pitted.
So
Peso is
Peso
in the
leads.
lead. Peso has just done a Perez.
14 laps, back to front, nicely done. So now Dozvan pits,
Kevin's
Raven
in second.
pits. Wow.
On the mediums.
So it's all those who tried the alternate strategy have gone to the
it's
front.
worked. But Peso is on the softs as well.
Yeah, how long can those soft tyres last now? Watch out for
true.
Kevin as well.
Kevin's
Now-
very quick here on these mediums. He's just keeping on the back of Peso here. But bugger off, he's 3 seconds off on the DRS. So, you know, there's big gaps starting
And
to form.
Danny's passed Moldovan. Danny has passed Moldovan.
Oh, has he? Yes, he
Yeah,
has.
look, so that must have been the exit of the pit lane because look,
But-
Bushy-Ant is right behind them.
But look how
And
well
Raven's
that's
just
worked for Danny.
Yeah.
He's 2 tenths behind Raven. This has done well. And it's gone well for Dovzan, who's now 1.1 seconds in front of Raven here. Raven might miss out the DRS, and this might let Dovzan get a bit of a lead. He's 6
So the
seconds
top
behind
5,
Zoltan.
The top 5 are yet to pit, so the race leader in the net lead of the race is Dozvan, then is Raven, Danny, and Moldovan's brought himself back up, but he's on at least 6 lap older tyres. As things stand, maybe more, because he was one of the first 3 drivers to come into the pit lane, but this is great news for Dozvan, as you said.
I think Moldovan was the first person to come to pits, actually, with Jack Clark
Yes.
coming in behind him. But yeah, let's see. Will anyone get a move done? No, I don't think they will. No, it's in turn 1.
112. Yeah, 112.499, 449, sorry, for ETA Danny. He's taken the fastest lap of the race. He gets our bonus point as well. as things stand. But now the race is starting to heat up. They've all done their pit stops. They've all done the conservative part of the race, which was try and make the opening stint of the tyres go as long as possible.
Yeah.
Now they can all just go crazy in the last half of this race,
Danny?
and we are seeing it happen.
Purple set to 1 for Danny. He's very quick, I've noticed. You know, he wasn't as quick at the first couple of laps, but as soon as those tyres warmed up, he was on fire. And I could see an overtake being done. Here's Ravon, he's a second behind, and I don't think he got DRS.
So it's all down to EJ Danny. Look at this, he's got the DRS open now.
But I'd
again, it's up
say,
2011.
it is, yeah, just like to say, Dovzan has gained 2 seconds nearly on Zoltan in 2 laps.
Wow. So that proves how quick those newer tyres are and how
It really
Zoltan's
does.
tyres are dead. Zoltan was on the mediums as well. So, that's
Zoltan's
Zoltan
passed the
past
AM. And now the switch back doesn't happen. Zoltan gets P4. And Ravon
Zoltan's
the
still on
fastest
those.
lap.
Oh, so I'm wrong. Zoltan's on the softs and the AM's on the mediums. So I'll correct myself there. As Dozvan as well, 6th, Raven 7th, gap 0.6 of a second. So that gap of 1.4 has decreased on the start-finish straight. That indicates to me that Dozvan is saving as much ERS energy as possible.
Definitely, yeah.
And actually, yeah, Danny's not in top gear, is he? At
No.
that point of the track, he would be in 8th gear, so
Yeah.
he's saving energy as well.
He is, definitely. And I think it's definitely good idea to save energy. It's very good track this is for saving energy. If you just let off a little bit, or just leave it in top of 7th gear, you can save quite a lot. Which obviously, you know, this track, saving energy is very important.
I'm loving this so far. What a fantastic
is.
race this is. Stick your teeth back into it as well as they come back through. So Tripkov's got a penalty as well.
Oh,
So that's
have a
added
look
on.
Let's look at the timings for Tripkov there. Let's look at penalty times. 5 seconds for Tripkov unfairly. I believe that is possibly speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, that's got to be speeding in the pit lane because it's
That's
exactly
gotta
the
be.
same as Fairley's. Yeah.
Oh,
And
Kevin is
ooh.
close in, but not good enough. But they are way further in front, and Bugger Off's losing time. Dovzan's 3.8 seconds. When he caught the pits, he was 6.2, something like that.
Wow.
Ravon, 5 tenths. Then Danny's 3 tenths behind. So this is just a long train of cars here. This is
The
like
top
watching.
5 are, yeah.
Like I said, it's like watching 2021 Zandvoort with the F1 cars. It was what Hamilton, Verstappen, and I think was it Carlos Sainz who were just following each
Sainz
other
was
the whole
at the top,
time.
yeah.
So you know, it seems like this game has really reflected similarities of the real life race. And is that his spawn?
That's it, he spun it.
That
he's
is
lost it into the
Ravon.
gravel.
I saw that.
Raven.
Let's have a quick look at. I saw that coming, but I'm not quite sure if it was the angle of the camera.
I thought
And
the same thing as well.
He's right round. That is really bad for him. He puts him into P12. Oh.
So he's turned in, put on the accelerator, and the wheels have just started spinning on
Yeah,
him.
and
hasn't it?
they've just
So
sent
he
him off,
lost that
yeah.
before.
That is really not good
I
for
thought, yeah.
Ravon.
I thought it was the camera angle as well. I was waiting for another car to take the line, and then
no.
all of a sudden he was round.
Well, a quick look
Oh.
here at the gap to the lead. Oh, no, sorry, to the leader. It looks like Ravon will still come out in front of the 5 that haven't pitted yet, and Bushiance has got himself past Bogdan into P8. Yes, couldn't get the
So-
word out then.
So Moldovan's tyres, who have been on longer, must be showing signs of aging now because it's an abrasive circuit. Let's not get it wrong.
It is.
And they're shredding the tyres. You're thinking two stopper. I heard you say earlier on.
Yes, I really think it'll be a 2-stopper. Like what you can see, Moldovan is already not struggling, but he's starting to lose some wear on those tyres. And we're only halfway through the race this lap. So I could see quite a few drivers pitting onto the softs near the end because these mediums will be in puncture territory, I believe, by the end of the race. So lap 32, lap 33.
That's
But
exciting to hear as well.
It is. The mediums, it depends how you drive them. You know, if you drive them well, they won't get much tyre deg. You'll be around 50%. But if you really push them, you'll be around 60-70% by the time it gets to the end of the race. So it's going to be interesting. Some drivers might gamble and try and get to the end, but some might try and pit.
I'm standing in the commentary box with a massive smile on my face as well. This is fantastic.
It is.
This is what esport racing is what it's meant to be as well. Close racing, hard racing, but enjoyable racing as well. Who says esport isn't real racing? I tell you what, esport's got a massive love interest during the lockdowns as well of the past 2 years.
I can tell you it's
Oh,
close. It's close to real racing. It's such fun to watch, and I think sometimes esports can be more fun to watch, especially some of
It can.
the esport, like the official F1 esports. It's always fun to watch,
Oh.
and the commentary side is always amazing. There's never a dull race to watch at all.
Bring Davide in. I tell you what, if we had Davide in the box right now, I think we'd all be having grins on our faces as well with his energetic style. Good point to mention as well that this race is sponsored by our brand new sponsor, Grid Rival. It's a new F1 Fantasy League game that has unmatched research tools, simple team management as well. It's got a brand new contract system, detailed performance, data, and loads of engaging social features as well. You can head over and join our own PSGL league on Grid Rival. You can use that with the affiliated links in the descriptions below as well. As we're race control, speeding in the pit lane, Zoltan's an
5 seconds. Oh, hang on, people have pitted here. AM and Zoltan have pitted for medium. Is that hards or mediums?
I can't. I think is he gone on a soft? Surely not.
Hards.
That's
not the right call, I don't think. I think that might be a mistake. Because he can make that on the mediums, I think, 16 laps.
Easily. Yeah, so he's really made an error there.
I've got to say, Peso, 19 laps on those softs. They must be on the brink of just... If he's not careful, he's just going to spin it. You know, they're going to be bald nearly. So we really need to be careful, and he needs to think about pitting soon, because the gaps are short. And then let's have a look, if we have a look at the gap to leader. If Peso pits, he'll come out P10. Unless, obviously, if he doesn't pit, then he won't. So Peso is in a good situation. He has started at the back. He will make 6 positions after the pit stop, because FedEx is 25 seconds behind. If what you said was correct, it's around 20 seconds, he will come out into P11. Is it 10 or 11? 11, sorry. Which means then it will be 11, on the track.
Yeah, 11. Yeah.
So I'd say Dovzan is now 4th.
And look, FedEx is, he's just improving down, isn't he? He's just gone, what, 3 tenths over to BMX now as well. This is,
Bush is right behind.
Oh.
Bogdan
he's caught up.
What, net P4? Which means he's gains 2 positions. I don't know what happened to Trikov in the pits, because he did end up dropping below 2 drivers. But he was right behind. I think it was Danny when he went into pits, but now he's 3 positions down. Which isn't good at all.
He's also got another 5-second time penalty, because if he made another pit stop, didn't he?
Did he?
So he should have served that. 1 stop still. Still 5 seconds. Okay, yeah. So if there is a 2-stop race, him and Andrew Fairley are really in trouble.
Correct.
And so is Zoltan Zanardi, although Zanardi's gone on to hard tyres. Maybe that's what he was thinking. If everybody else pits, he wants tyres that can get to the end and create a 5-second gap.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do, effectively, to get a good position. But Bushians is right on the back of Danny Carl. But he doesn't seem to have as much pace coming out the final corner, because it is one of the calls. If you put the throttle down too much, you will just spin and it will be game over. Oh, Kevin's pitting.
Yep, so that's KTF Kevin in the pits.
You'll have to pit onto hards or softs.
What's he put on? Surely it's softs with
soft
only 12.
Tires.
Yeah, soft. With only 14 to go, it had to be. He's going to come out right alongside his teammate as well, but FaZe is a lap down. In fact, FaZe, I'd like to point out, hasn't actually, I don't think, raced today. I think that's a ghost car, because I think his internet's completely disconnected.
It is, yeah. He's 48 seconds behind. But let's have a quick look here at the tyres. Everyone on the mediums, apart from 3 drivers on the softs and 3 drivers on the hards. Peso and Bugloff, 21 laps they've took on those tyres. Peso's not going to do too well, because the soft tyres are considerably slower. And if he's going to pit, he's going to get a lot less laps on the mediums. I mean, it's not going to be as effective. Whereas Buggeroff will pit onto the softs, and then he can have a nice sprint of about 8 laps to the end with them softs and just try and make positions. As by 7 or 8 laps time, everyone will be on 15-lap-old mediums, whereas Buggeroff will be on brand new softs. So if we have a look here at
Peso pits.
Oh, Peso's pitted.
Yeah, and now Buggeroff, as you said, was 8 seconds back. Is he going to dive into the pit lane?
Yes, he has.
Oh, yes, top 2 in.
3-second time out for Bebix.
Yeah, Bebix
Dovzan is the leader.
Buggeroff, 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane.
That is not good at all. That is really bad for Buggeroff now.
I think he might be saying that under his breath as well.
Peso.
Yeah, they've all put... Well, it's the logical call, isn't it? That's promoted Duzman to the lead.
Bushians, he's second. He was
brilliant.
5th before the pit stop. Bogdan's in 4th. Moldovan's in. I mean, sorry, same person. Danny's in 3rd. This would be good podium for Danny. Yeah, it's. You have a quick. Could you please have a quick look at the stands and tell me what they would be like in terms of driver positions?
Guzman will take the lead of the title by, I think, actually 1 point, maybe less actually.
Not sure.
1 point. Guzman will take the lead over Moldovan.
Whew.
Wow.
This is interesting.
That's closing up. So Moldovan, if he gets onto the podium, the championship will go level. Oh, yes. Bring on the next few races. We've got Brazil next weekend, Mexico the week after, then Singapore, America, then on to Imola and Bahrain to round us out as well. And the championship is coming alive. And Kevin on those soft tyres, 1:11.645.
That's amazing.
Fastest lap of the race.
It is, but, you know, name it, every track on there is going to be fun to watch a race.
Yeah.
Every single upcoming track. Brazil, you know, it's such a tight and twisty track. Mexico, you know, the S's section. Kota is good for DRS, and so is Bahrain. So it's going to be very interesting next few races for the championship.
I can't wait for F1 2022's game to come out as well, because we're going to go Miami, we're going to go we're going to go Singapore, China as well. Everything is going to be fantastic, isn't it?
And then
those races back.
And then you got to think the 2023 game will have Las Vegas.
Oh,
around the streets of Las Vegas, along the Las Vegas Strip. That is going to be amazing. That is.
If we do not kick off season 35, I think it would be at the time, next year, if we do not kick off with Las Vegas, I'm going to be severely disappointed. So, Connor, if you're listening to this, 2023 game, our first season, we're kicking off at Las Vegas. It's got to be.
We've got to be.
Unless he wants it under the lights at the end of the year.
That is someone who's on my friends list has joined the lobby.
Oops.
Is this? Oh, this is on friends only, isn't it? Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, at the inside,
Oh.
Kevin's making the move on Raven into turn 1. A nice inside move. And he's made it up to P8. And
He has.
Raven's going to try and fight back.
That's
But
perfect.
Raven's on 10-lap old medium. Kevin's on 2-lap old soft. So it's basically bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Oh, and FedEx has got past Zoltan here into the exit of the Fudge Cane, and Zoltan's right behind here. On those hard tires, he's still putting up a fight.
They are fantastically holding the fights together, aren't they, at the moment,
are.
as they're coming down. Now, Duzvan has put a 1.4 second advantage to Bushians, and Danny is closing up on that fight at the top. So,
He is.
Bushian, that's 10 up on tyres still, but we're waiting to see what Peso can do, because Peso's going for a move, and Peso passes fairly. I just saw that right to turn 11.
Jeez, that was a move. Into turn 11, he has literally just done a Max Verstappen in Max Verstappen's car.
Well, if anyone's going to win here at the Dutch Grand Prix, it's going to be a Red Bull car, isn't it?
It's going to be.
As they go down again.
That was move of the race, definitely. Into turn 11. He got it done before, but, you know, that was a move. Took them breath away, really.
As James Hunt would say when he won the race in 1976 here as well, to make an overtake like that requires big balls.
Well, that is 40 years too old for me.
Oh, don't worry about it. Poor James Hunt as well. He won his first race here, actually, 1975. Yes, well, first F1 race here in 75. He won his first ever race in a Formula 1 car at Silverstone.
Oh.
But that was the international trophy.
Wasn't this a truck that we haven't raced since like the 90s or something like that? And Zoltan with a 3-second penalty.
Last race here at Zandvoort before last year was 1985, and Nicky Lauda won that in McLaren.
Jeez, Nicky Lauda, that is a long time ago.
Absolutely, I can't believe that, actually. As I said, Hunt, Lauda, and Jesse...
Got a spin.
Oh!
Bebix has spun it. He's probably done the similar to Ravon, but on the exit of the corner. Got a bit too greedy, I think. Probably going up towards AM and just, well, it went round. That's really not good for Bebix at all. He's got his penalties as well. Jack Clark has had a really terrible race.
He's down now 12 seconds. He's going to catch back up. But poor old Jack Clark as well. In the standings, he's done actually quite well. Yes, he's down. He's only had 1 point. That was in Austria. DNF'd in Saudi Arabia and no points, but did finish in Belgium last week.
Oh.
Or 2 weeks ago, actually, because that's what Belgium was.
Bebix has got 4 seconds of speed in the pit lane, and Bebix has retired in the pits. Retired in the pits. Oh, hang on. Danny went really wide then. He's lost position to Bogdan. Put into P3 on the podium.
That's the crucial one for the championship as well, but Danny's trying to fight back round the outside. Hasn't worked out. So Moldovan takes third position, and with it, the championship lead. That's brilliant news. No safety car needed, which is great to see. Yellow now in second.
Another spin. Andrew Fairley.
It's really 360s and around.
Puts Bugger into P9. That is really not good for Andrew Fairley at all, with his penalties as well.
Well, this is turning into Spinfest.
It is. It really is today. FedEx right on the back of Zoltan here. We look at P12. Zoltan could get a point.
Danny's passed him. Danny's back up to third with the DRS on the start-finish trade. Danny's got him into turn 1. So Danny goes third, Moldovan down to fourth, and now Tripkov's with their penalty there.
Tripkov's close, yeah. This will put Peso fifth.
What a strong performance.
See, if Tripkov's losing any pace and Peso catches up, Peso could get into the top 3. Because he's only on 4 lap old softs.
If I was Tripkov, I would actually let the position. I would hold up Danny and Moldovan for Peso. Because Tripkov's got a penalty. Peso is on fresher tyres. I would do the teammate duty, distract these two in front, which they're doing themselves. Because look at this. It was 5 seconds when we joined. It's now 2.8 the gap.
Oh, that has
it's
gone
closing
down.
down.
It is. This is really closing the gap. It's 4 tenths now between Tripkov and Moldovan, who's, Moldovan really needs this position. Because he needs to get the lead to championship, but I don't think he will. Just about. If he finishes P4, finishes P5, he'll have no chance of keeping the lead this race. Let's see.
This is
the gap
going
is
to be
shrinking.
another Verstappen versus Hamilton situation in the championship with Dozvan and Moldovan.
Hopefully not as aggressive.
Hopefully not as aggressive, no. Well, actually, they did have a ding-dong in Austria. So
oh.
that was something. No, just a really close race.
Oh, that's good.
They haven't made contact yet.
No, I don't think we've had much contact at all by any drivers. Nearly everyone's at the DRS apart from 3 drivers currently, which is Bogdan, Tripkov, and FedEx. Apart from that, everyone else is out of DRS.
I'm really surprised we haven't had a safety car here today, and because it's a circuit where you would expect one. But
True.
We never had a safety car in Monaco either.
Oh,
not one not one yellow, not one safety car. Everyone finished.
That is nice. Bebic, would have been, it would have been everyone finished, but Bebic's just in the pits, which means he technically didn't DNF on track.
I can't. We've had spins and a few yellows, but
we have.
Everyone's been quite well behaved.
I have.
Yeah.
But Peso is now gained it to 2 seconds. He's took 5 tenths on that lap. Peso Peso could be on for a podium. This is definitely possible.
It's closing down, isn't it? More.
It really is.
Moldovan holding back with Danny. Tripkov as well. 1.5 between Dozvan and Ants. 1.5 between Ants and Danny. The AM gets another penalty. 3 seconds from audible warnings. This is turning into a very entertaining race. And it's a refresher for me. Because as I said earlier on in the broadcast, every other race I've commentated in Zandvoort has seen the league fold at the end of it. So this has definitely broken the duck with a fantastic race. The curse is no more.
This is an amazing race, one of the best I've ever commentated, I think, of any league. The whole time, everyone's been so close together. We've had moves, amazing moves. Peso into turn 11. Who's it on now? Is it Bugger Off? Was it into turn 11? I'm sure. So,
that's great move on the inside.
In terms of this race, this is good for Alfa Romeo, P4, P8. This is really good for Red Bull, P5, P6. And then it's also fairly good for the Busch Janssen Fairley, P2 and P10. But due to penalties, Fairley might drop a position. So let's see. Will Tripkov get? No, he won't. He's not going to get enough, but he's still 2 seconds behind. And Peso got it into the 1 seconds there, 1.9 seconds. But the DRS is really what is not good for Peso. We can't gain under DRS, but when he's in these parts of the track, sector 1, parts of sector 2, we can really gain time. Like here, he's gained 2 tenths already.
So as things stand as well, Moldovan will be on 78 points. Dozvan will be on 81.
Oh.
So that's the gap in the championship. It swings back. From Moldovan having a 5-point advantage, to it swinging back to a 4-point advantage to Dozvan.
Very exciting.
Just checking my answers. 79, 8, yeah. Well, 83 point actually. Mental math not quick after 31 laps.
But yeah, these medium tyres now are going to start dying. Moldovan might lose positions. 21 laps on his medium tyres, which means by the end of the race he will be on 27-lap-old mediums.
Wow. Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of time. You can see that actually, because look, because Peso is closed up now, 1.2 seconds now, the gap between them.
Peso could get the move done. Well, get into DRS at least next lap. He just needs to gain 5 tenths in this lap, which is all possible from what we've seen his pace so far. He's a very quick driver. You know, he started P16, he's got to P6. It's still possible to get P5 or P4 or P3 at that rate.
I reckon P3. I'll go for the podium, and we know he can make moves at parts of the track others can't, because we saw it earlier on in the race. So
we did.
He's not limited to that last run to the DRS. As FedEx comes into the pits up to 22 laps on those mediums, he thinks that's enough. He's going to go and try and go for the fastest lap. But look who else is on 22-lap-old tyres. That's Moldovan, as you were just talking about.
Yeah, and
his tyres had to go. Look at Tripkov, though. He's right there. And now joining the party is Peso.
Peso is. Will he get DRS? 1.2 seconds.
1.1, 1.2. If he's really late to the braking zones, he can do it. And he really is late, isn't he? He's throwing that Red Bull in so late.
Well, I don't think it's enough this lap, unfortunately. But he's getting closer.
You're right. 1.0, 1.035, 23, 24, 7, 9, less than a second. Here we go. But he doesn't think he's got the DRS. No, so he's going to have to use.
But Tripkov.
Have to use DRS.
Tripkov is going on the inside, the outside here of Moldovan, and Moldovan keeps the position, but this helps Peso. Baseline is really what's good for Peso here. As they go into turn 5, that was close. That was there, but Bogdan keeps the position.
Tripkov's doing the team thing.
He is 2 tenths now, and Peso 1 second now, which is good.
Got held up in that sector there. That's not great.
He did,
and Danny's 5 tenths ahead, so that's closing down. Come on, do your teammate job, Tripkov. Come on, keep battling, keep attacking. Look, he's really going for it now.
Oh,
almost tried to run Moldovan deep there. Less than 9. He's got DRS. Peso has DRS.
This is going to be exciting now.
Right, 4-way fight.
Just say here we've got Jack Clark. Oh, Jack Clark's retired.
He's out. He's hit the wall.
He's had an incident with FedEx.
Is that a safety car?
Safety car on the last 3 laps of this race.
I don't think the race can restart. I don't know what the procedure is.
I think it can. I think we'll have it till this might be like Abu Dhabi, lap 36.
Wow.
Oh, Dovzan, Bushy Ants, Danny, Bogdan. Peso is in such a good position.
Tripkov stays out.
Peso takes second. This is 1-2 for Red Bull.
And of course, Tripkov's got the penalty, so Peso takes the lead on those soft tyres. But wow, it is going to be like Abu Dhabi.
It will.
So Tripkov, he's gone out to make sure Peso kept the lead, isn't he?
He can. Yes, definitely. That's definitely a tactic there from the Red Bulls, and everyone's pitting. But that was, I did not expect that to happen. I switched on to Jack Clark at the right time.
First
Safety
race,
car.
and you've got amazing timings there, Richie, on that one.
Let's just hope that I can keep that for the rest.
So Jack Clark out of the race, made contact with the AlphaTauri FedEx.
Yes, he did. I think it was just next at turn 1. I think he was pushed a bit wide and it went into the wall. Peso's got a really good advantage here on the pit lanes. I mean, on the restart, which I think there will be. I think we'll have 1 lap of racing. Which means
and of course, look.
Safety car's in. That is the shortest safety car I've ever seen.
It should have been a virtual, I believe. But look, also, everyone's bunched up.
No.
Hang on a minute, because now we've got Moldovan, Zanardi as well, Duzvan just behind. They're not bunched up. Half the field's still around the track. Yeah. What a crazy 2 laps we're going to have.
This is going to be the top 10 together. Let's see how Peso... Oh, Peso right behind his teammate. Kevin's left a bit of a gap, which is surprising. Let's see.
This is great news. Peso can now just blitz past Tripkov. He can let Kevin go back.
Is Peso going to let Tripkov going to let Peso... No, he's not.
No, he's not. And this is bad. Because look, Kevin...
They
hit! And Pesto takes the lead, but Tripkov went on the curb, and now he's really causing trouble
Diaz.
in the mid half of the pack.
Oh, Bushian's P8, P7, sorry. Kevin's P2. Peso is in the lead.
Peso leads, Kevin second, Danny to third. He's got ahead of Duzvan. That could be crucial. Look at Danny. Danny's right in the back of Kevin
he
as well.
is.
And Kevin's going wide on those old
Tripkov,
tyres.
P8, P9, sorry.
Whoa.
Ravon
Yeah,
is
that's a
P8.
one.
The AM,
Well,
P7. Oh,
And
Dovzan.
takes Danny. On
What
the
they're going to go
inside.
into.
Well, switch back.
Ooh.
That's going to make contact.
They've made contact.
Wheels.
Oh!
Just again. Round goes Duzvan. Danny
Oh.
continues. Oh my goodness me, Duzvan was too much there. He held on the outside. There's ghosting, luckily. But this is open door for Peso.
It is
Brilliant.
this race. In the list of laps, this race has just completely switched places.
Last lap, and it's the call as well. Now Kevin's side by side with Moldovan.
Danny's
Moldovan
out.
goes through. Danny's out of the race.
Then the
Danny's out now
wall.
as well. What's happened there? He's hit the wall at the
He
top of the
has.
banking. And Moldovan going through on the inside line. Kevin's forced to
Ravon's out.
Raven's out of the race. My goodness, they're all dropping out. And
They
Ferry gets
are.
the final
Oh,
on the
Bushiant's
inside.
on the inside.
Bushiant's. And Kevin staying second. This is helping Pesto out big time. There's no DRS, remember? For 3 laps. These are all on EOS.
Oh!
And there's an into the wall. Out goes Kevin in a big one for Moldovan. And Bushiant's takes second place. And now he's in the battle with Pesto. Pesto is only 5 tenths ahead.
Come on,
Bushiant's
Pesto.
is going to win for sure. Pesto's got to hold on for another DRS zone. But they haven't got DRS. It's going to have to be done on power. It's like Verstappen and Hamilton once
It
again
is.
the year round.
It really is.
Wow.
Jesus.
The
I've never
drive of
seen.
the race collapse. And now Peso's going to have to hold
Oh.
on. Oh, there's a little rough tap there. Bushiant is tapping him as well. Peso
Oh.
holds the inside line. It's going to be a run to the line.
This will
Peso
be.
shut the door. Who's
Let's
gonna
see
win
who'll take the
here?
lead.
Advance. Side by side of the line.
And Bushiant's
Bushiant
wins.
wins. Peso is second. How did that happen? How did that
AM
happen?
takes the podium in third. Kevin fourth. Andrew Fairley fifth. Buggeroff sixth. Tripkov seventh. Zoltan eighth. Dovzan will finish P9. That is the most crazy 2 laps I have seen.
My goodness.
4 cars in the last section of the track to DNF in the last. That was. I had to take a moment there.
From the championship lead, it's gone. Duzvan should have stayed out there. He now is only 4 points behind Moldovan, who crashed out in dramatic style with the McLaren. And
Peso, driver
Peso
of the
gets
day.
the driver of the day. But the race winner is Bushiant at the line. And I would love to know by what. Yeah, throw out copies of this game. Do not leave PSGL. This is fantastic.
That was amazing. That is probably one of the best races I've ever commentated. The last lap, it was like Bogdan's out. Tripkov spun round. Dovzan was out. It was Ravon was. It was just Danny was. It was just. It was speechless.
Wow.
That. Will we have any drivers
thought-
for interviews or not? I'm not sure.
0.024. 0.024. You will not see a closer finish
You will
than
not.
that ever.
P16 to P2.
Wow.
But that was a race. That, for my opening race, well, for my first race commentating in PSGL F4, if we can see more of this, I am really excited for what this is going to bring. This was amazing. Have we got any
I cannot
drivers for
wait.
interviews? If not, we will...
Let's come back up to the com box cam, and we'll wait to see if anyone's come in. Peso, yes, come in. Peso
drag him
is
in.
gonna, Peso's gonna come in. Go to the waiting room, and come in because we want to hear from Peso. 0.024. That is it at the line. I have never seen such a closer finish in my
Nor
life.
me.
I'm trying to think back. I think Barrichello and Schumacher in Indianapolis 2000 was like a 10th. I've never seen a 0.024. Wherever you are right now, remember what you've just seen here on PSGL, and remember that this is as close as it gets for eSport Formula One racing. So hopefully we're going to come in as well. Jack Clark said, sorry, mate, tyres were dead and I'd get off the power down and the tyres didn't live with it. That's why he spin. Bondrak says, can someone send the race replay on WeTransfer? They want to see it.
Well,
Wow.
Pesso's in the waiting room. Could you drag him in for me, please?
Yes, I will. So let's drag in Pesso. Pesso, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
can indeed.
Okay.
Do you know what the gap was at the line?
I saw it. I didn't want to see it, but I saw it.
I believe that is the closest finish in PSGL history at 0.024 seconds. You came from the back of the grid to finish in second, but it was so close to the race win. A round of applause, my friend.
Yeah, P16's P2. That I'm speechless. You know, you took the lead at the last bit of the safety car. That really did help. So well done.
Obviously, after the quali ban I had the P2, I would take it all the way. But you know, losing the win on the last straight is just not really good, considering I lost the win as well in France the same way with Napadovsky. So yeah, I'm quite gutted to be honest, but yeah,
Still,
it is what it
podium.
is.
It's easy. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
Now, going forward as well, we've Interlagos next. It's another short track race. Are you feeling lucky there?
Ooh, I feel quite confident in Brazil, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, my pace wasn't that good recently, So we'll see. We'll see.
Pesso, I've been joined by the race winner now here as well, Bushy Hans. Bushy, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now, you two, what a performance. 0.024 at the line. Can we just have first point of view, please, to you, Bushy? What was it like coming out of turn 14, dragging to the line? What was your experience? What were you feeling?
To be honest, for that last part of the race, I was actually annoyed because on the restart, I got stuck behind somebody and I lost a few positions. So I was actually annoyed the whole time, but as soon as I crossed the line, I just felt a sigh of relief.
And Pesso as well, how did it feel? Obviously, it's very disappointing, as you said as well, but how did it feel? Was it like an incoming sense of dread? Or was Bushy coming up alongside you? Did you defend a lot?
I got a little tough from Bushi in the last corner, but it didn't change anything, I think. But I saw my battery run out in the last moment, and I was like, yeah, this is GG's. I'm done. So I just nothing I could do there on the straight, and I got damage after the restart from Jane who spun. So yeah, unlucky.
I'm going to officially congratulate you two because that is a record. Take that. The closest finish in PSGL history, 0.024 seconds.
Amazing.
Wow.
You can take it. Richie, anything to add?
Apart from the fact you did amazing, nope, nothing else to add from me. That was such a good race to watch, and I want to thank you two for making it such an exciting experience to watch.
No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, that restart was really crazy. I was actually not hoping for a safety car.
Well, I didn't
It
think
felt
that
really
safety...
good on the mediums.
Yeah, I didn't think the safety car would come in after one lap. Well, I thought it'd be like one lap to the end. Yeah, that was crazy.
Insane, yeah. Guys, thank you very much for your time. I'll let you go now. Bushy Ants, well done in victory. Pesso, well done on that fight back from a quali ban to P2. So close to the win. I think we can call you both winners in that respect. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us up here in the box.
Yeah, GG's.
Jeez, congratulations, Bushi.
Yeah, I mean, quali ban to P2, I think that's more insane than the win, to be honest.
It's amazing.
No. I wanted to last first, to be honest.
Well, at least I can get a clickbait YouTube title.
I denied to last to first from the Red Bull.
I can sense Shiano Watmere right now, clenching his fist that he doesn't have the closest finished. He'll be out for that next time. Thanks, guys, as well. Going forward then, Richie, as well, we've got some other close racing coming up. We've got Sao Paulo next at Interlagos.
Yeah.
That is going to be a hell of a race. I can't wait for that. These guys, again, proving why we love PSGL 4.
Yeah. Mexico, again, that's another track. You know, we all love it. It's such amazing to see the races there in the past years. Singapore, such a tight and twisty track. Overtaking is very limited, but very fun when it does happen. Austin, yet again, another classic track, which is just so wide you can make so many overtakes. Italy, Imola, another amazing track. And then finally, we end the season off at Sakir for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is always a good race to watch.
I can't wait for these races coming up now. It's sort of like adrenaline rushes. It's fantastic. And as always, pleasure to be in the commentary box with you, Richie, as well. And a fantastic debut race for you as well.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Baptism of fire, completely.
Definitely. Thanks to you as well, Josh, for the amazing commentary. And I think that is all from us. Yeah. Yeah, I think
absolutely
that's all from us. So well done, everyone. And we'll see you all in the next stream, which will be next week at Interlagos.
I can't wait. Roll it on. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.